minutes this time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on YouTube. Go videos. There you go. Okay, it looks to be screening. So if you share your screen, Borko, and I will check it over to you just to see if it works.
Sure, sure.
And if you could please share the new link to the guys in the old chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the old chat actually.
Oh, sorry, I was saying that to Alex. Okay, so I'm looking at your screen now.
Okay.
And hopefully, in a minute or two, when the stream catches up, it'll jump over to that screen.
Okay.
That little problem will be sorted. Yeah, I can see your.
Woohoo!
Are you on the industry workshops page? Yeah, I can see it. Now I can see your artwork again. Yeah, cool.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So I'll share out the.
All right. So it was a Google problem.
It was a yeah. It was just it's like a turn it off and on again type solution, but seems to be working now. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay. What's that?
It's the new link.
That's in the IW chat on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, you made it live already, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's already live. So I can see your screen.
Okay. Excellent. Is there anything in the chat already, or is it the same link as before?
Min is here again, but he's going to go to bed soon, as it's 3 a.m. in Korea.
Okay.
Are you painting at the moment, or is it just static screen at the moment for you?
Who, me or Min?
For you, Borko.
No. It's.
Oh yeah, no, I can see you moving. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if we had something else that was not working again. Cool.
YouTube link.
Yep, I put it on the IW post and my post. Do you want me to put it on your one?
No, yeah. Oh, it's okay.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Back in the game. Okay, back in the game. Right. Walker's back. Alex is back. See what you're doing, Alex?
I am doing, well, supposedly, someone on Facebook suggested I do some sort of monster design. I'm going to do that. It's currently just a big grey scribble.
As they all start. Okay. Cool. Levi, you're back. Nice. We've almost got everyone back.
Technicals.
Technicals, yay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, yeah, mine's at that stage where only I know what this is. And even then, that's tenuous.
Okay. We had a huge number of 7 people watching before. Now we've got 3. I was going to catch up.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Levy, the screen is on you. It's static, so I'm going to take it off you. Back to Borkor.
Hello, what's the YouTube link?
YouTube link is. I'll share it in the Hangout chat for you.
Okay.
There it is. I've just been replacing it in the post that we made.
Cool. Okay, excellent. Yeah, it's a little bit strange with the Hangout. Can I see which screen is being shared currently?
Yeah, when you select share screen,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to choose which screen it shares.
Of course. Yeah.
So you want to hide the screen that has all of the muscly men, you know, the ref pictures.
Why? You don't like them? What do you mean? I thought you were into muscle men.
Oh, I am. I keep that on my second monitor.
yeah. Keep that private.
Okay. Jack Jones asks, "How are we? How are we? How are you guys?" And
I'm great.
yeah, I'm also all right.
Staying goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Doing good.
So far, we have Borkor from CCP in Iceland doing some type of pirate scene.
Hello. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
It looks awesome. We have Alex Heathman, or the Healthman, or the Lungeman, doing some type of creature boss type character. He was asked by a friend to do a boss character, so he's giving that a go tonight. And then we have Leventi doing a screen of black at the moment. There we go. He's doing there's a poster design that he's been working on for a while.
Cool.
And I'll put it back to your screen, Borkor.
Okay. Do you want me to do something? So yeah, I sort of been playing around with this sketch for a little while. Just take it down to where I started. I started with this thumbnail.
Nice.
Which was just some sort of a photo, something, scribbling in a really small, like, just trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I've been sort of building on top of that slowly. Trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And yeah, like you mentioned earlier, it looks a lot like a pirate scene, and I think that's actually what I wanted to do first. To have some of these like robes in the foreground.
Yeah, definitely. Like on the top of a ship.
Yeah, and then sort of have him in the background.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been sort of going a little bit further away from that idea.
You can't get away from ships. It's spaceships or it's sea ships.
I don't. I guess I wanted to get away from doing a pirate, just so it wouldn't end up like a yet another Mullins clone pirate picture.
No.
And so I was playing around with maybe checking out. I was looking at these screenshots, screen grabs that I found from Pirates of the Caribbean 3, and that sort of inspired me to do a little bit more sort of maybe Hong Kong theme.
Nice.
Or something. And that's something I want to play around with, and I love the palette in these, so that's very likely something I'll be going for.
It looks like something out of a D&D game that we play.
Really?
Something like out of one of our our adventures. The tavern fight scene at the start of every classic D&D game.
Yeah. Well, I think your D&D games are more exciting than mine.
Oh, what do you do in your D&D games?
No, it's been a while. It's actually been a really long time since I played D&D. Yeah, nobody seems to have time anymore.
Oh, if you ever want to Skype in or Google Hangout one, definitely the game. I love D&D.
Yeah, I used to play Cyberpunk also a lot.
Cyberpunk. Hey, maybe we should try a D&D session out sometime. I'll see if the if my DM will come in. And,
That's gonna be so weird.
DM a bunch of us to.
Yeah, that's gonna
Can I
be
wear my
scary.
cloak?
What's that, Alex?
Can I wear my cloak?
Your cloak?
Yeah.
You can. Have you got a DM cloak?
I've got a cloak from a funny story actually. But yeah, I used to have dreadlocks at uni. don't judge me. And I was going to say, oh yeah, a friend of mine was making a short move, and during that, the guy that was going to play the cult leader, he quit, so they needed someone to replace him last minute. So I had to do it, and I just said yes. And part of the costume was his cloak, but what they didn't tell me was that was the only costume. I was naked underneath, and I was like covered in like woad, and I had to do all this like crazy cult dancing around the graveyard in this cloak, and eventually like I take the cloak off and lead this girl to her death in the graveyard, like naked, covered in paint, while saying a poem.
Sounds like every Saturday evening.
Yeah, so as payment for that, I was like, I'm keeping this cloak. Yeah. More stories in my new book.
So it's just a cloak and you get naked.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
I know what I'm bringing to work more often.
I'll bring the cloak.
You'll bring the cloak. So I don't even need to do anything.
No.
You just show up in a cloak naked.
No.
Yeah? So caring.
You read it wrong, bro. Beat that. That's got a cloak story.
When was your last D&D experience, Boko?
Oh god. I think we made an attempt. Oh boy, it's a long time ago. We did a Cyberpunk attempt, I guess, 7 years back with some work buddies, and it didn't work out so well. And before that, we tried with my old play group. I can't remember even what adventure we tried playing, but I think in some ways we all realized that we were getting a little bit too old for it. Yeah, but there was something, I don't know, it's also just time. Somehow time-wise, we didn't really... We sort of managed to have like 2 really fun sessions, and then we tried to schedule a 3rd one, and nobody ever had time. And it sort of just faded out into nothingness. And yeah, like those things are a shame.
Oh man. Our newest D&D adventure is a sci-fi one, and it's great. I was talking about this last week, but my new character is a hacker, and his name is Crash Override.
That is fantastic.
From the film Hackers.
I think my favorite character was AB Normal.
Yeah. I love the cameras, how they spin around when they're hacking in like phone booths and things. So good.
It's been a really long time since I saw Hackers. It's
time to rewatch it because
yeah. How does it age? Is it like really horrible?
I think probably that cool hackers.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved that movie. It was so cool, and I just wanted to buy some VR goggles and have a laptop in a backpack and hook myself up into the internet. And I don't know. I had this weird fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep going.
Sorry, it wasn't just me. It was really weird. Yeah, but we're almost there. We're getting there.
Anna says that she spent £20 on dice last week for her D&D game, and I think that's completely normal.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Hey, okay. If you think that's weird, okay. So I just thought I'm still waiting for the shipment, and I probably made the nerdiest, weirdest impulse buy that I've ever done in my life. I'm buying 1 kilogram of tungsten. And
what? Tungsten?
Of tungsten, and it's just a cube, and it's 3.8 centimeters, sort of like cube dice, and it weighs 1 kilo, and I think it's the coolest shit I've ever seen. To have it. And it's tiny and it's heavy and it's heavier than uranium, and I'm just like, yeah, I want that. It's just a glorified paperweight. That's all it is. And it's so expensive, and I still like, fuck it.
She's got lots of rocks around the office here. Lots of crazy.
So you're gonna
rocks.
walk around with it like a gold chain?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna really. I don't know. I'm gonna walk crooked because it's so heavy.
Gold chain.
So has everyone got beer?
Yeah.
I hope so.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
One day, like, all I have is cold coffee.
Levy, come on.
Sort it out.
Sort it out.
Did you have some Lithuanian stuff?
No, we drank it all last night.
Mm.
That wasn't last night.
Oh no, it wasn't last night. It was the night before last.
Not that night.
Is Jammer at home, Levy?
Yeah, he's eating and watching Star Trek.
Amazing. Amazing. And we'll put the camera over to you if you want to.
To me?
Yeah, I'll put it on to you if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just doing some scripting at the moment.
That's cool. I'm going to be switching it around the whole time.
That's cool. Maybe I should be talking more about what I'm actually doing here.
It's alright. This is After Works Kitchen. We don't need to make it too formal.
Is the YouTube chat not going, or
No, it's working.
is it working?
Yeah, I can see that the last comment was Anna Hollandrake saying they're so beautiful though, and she was talking about me and Alex. And
Obviously.
yeah, obviously. And,
I mean, a bit later we just share my face.
yeah. Your pose for the fade out can be us.
Take requests for poses.
Is there any YouTube link, or
Yeah, do you need the YouTube link? It's
because
there you go. It's in the group chat.
Okay.
Why is there somewhere that I need to be posting it?
the IW15 Hangout, it's
Yeah, I replaced it.
in video.
I replaced. Yeah, I put it. I put the new one in the comments, so that should be working. Your mic is a bit quiet there, Levy, or is that just me? Jack Jones says,
Okay,
I think
I see.
whenever I've played D&D, it's always done with no plan and absolute ignorance of the rules. I like to call it dungeons and dunces. Don't know what dunces is.
It's because you never went to school.
Don't have that word in New Zealand. But I think Dungeons and Dragons need to have those curveballs in it. Playing Dungeons and Dragons to like specific campaigns that are preset in books, I don't know. I prefer to have the imagination rule the game.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
We've had some of the when you're playing a video game, and I can definitely say this about EVE Online, but sometimes it goes into your head as being a real moment that you were there and you fought through and you came out the other end and it was all great. I have just as strong memories of alter egos in the world of Dungeons and Dragons, fighting dragons and titans and things. They feel just as real as sitting here.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys played any ASCII graphic games or sort of rogue clones or stuff like that.
Any what?
Rogue clones or ASCII graphic games.
Well, like dwarves, or Dwarf Fortress.
Kind of like Dwarf Fortress. Because that's probably my biggest appeal, or largest appeal with those games, is that you're so dependent on your own imagination because they're so abstract that, I mean, there literally is no graphic, and you have to imagine it all. And I started playing just Rogue back in the games on my grandfather's 86 computer or 286, and I'm still playing those games, and it's sad, but there's something about them that I always find very appealing.
But still playing the ASCII games.
Yeah, it's mostly Dwarf Fortress for the last couple of years because it's just a mind-boggling weirdness of complicatedness, and I remember trying to get into it. It took me 3 tries to get into it. And the first time I lost it up, I was just, what the hell is going on? And I tried for probably 2 hours to do something, and I couldn't. So I just rage quit. And the second time I found, I think, a Wikipedia article. No, sort of a tutorial online, and tried it, and I failed again. And it wasn't until I watched 10 hours of a tutorial on how to start the game that it actually sort of worked out. And it's totally worth it. But it's, if you're talking about the learning curve in a game, oh my god, it's just...
Yeah.
And it's a real shame, because they have a really nice game there, but, it's just not accessible.
Have you skinned your copy? Or are you still using the original?
No, I skinned it. It's the first thing I
Yeah.
did. Yeah, it's sort of a very crude tile set.
I'm looking forward to the day they remake that game. It'll be awesome.
Absolutely, and I mean, the people have sort of tried to make clones of it, but it's just doesn't have the same level of detail, because that's really the appeal of that crazy random detail extravaganza. I mean. It's okay if I tell a little small story.
Of course, go ahead.
So, I mean, I've been playing for a few years, and there was a new release. I can't remember when, last summer or something, and I picked it up again and started playing. And I had sort of a small fortress going, and it was sort of going okay. I had sort of a makeshift army with some there was just some guys, probably like 8 soldiers, very sort of rugged-looking bunch of scruffs, you know, with some pots and pans almost. I
Yeah.
remember there was one guy I'd managed to fit with an axe, and that was about it. And luckily I had made like a drawbridge already, so I could close everything if there was an invasion or something.
It came from below.
Yes, that's a big problem. But it didn't in this case. There was a minotaur that sort of started to harass my fortress. I just, you know, on the screen it's sort of like, yes, the named, yes, of course not, this, the minotaur has cometh. So it's some sort of a named beast, and you know, the first thing I do is just panic and send everybody in and close the fortress. And I had this live stockpile in front of my fortress, which consisted of like horses and yaks and a couple of geese and a duck or something, which were just grazing outside, you know, like one does. And then you know, that minotaur just goes for the livestock, and it's like just takes up his, I don't know, battle axe or whatever it was, or club, and hits one of the horses, and you can actually, and it's weird, you can see it in the ASCII graphics, the horse explodes, and he just exploded, and there were teeth and guts and everything everywhere. There's just a lot of red tiles and in weird graphics, and you know, exploding around. And one of the yaks had a panic attack, and he started vomiting all over the place. So it was like suddenly, like there was this blood pool of horse shambles, and there was this yak constantly vomiting, and it was like couldn't just stop vomiting. It was like yak vomit all over the place, and it was just carnage. And I remember I sort of was watching this, and I was just saying, God, I mean, that's a really unfortunate ending for a poor beast. So I decided to send out my makeshift army and sort of just go head on and just like let fate decide. And well, the first thing, of course, that happens is that one of them gets killed instantly. But that guy that I had fitted with a battle axe somehow managed to chop the minotaur's head off.
He rolled a d20 and he got a natural 20. That's what happened.
That's exactly what happened. It was just a fluke.
Amazing.
And his like head rolled off. But the problem was the carnage is still there. So all the dwarves, they started vomiting as well and panicking and adding sort of vomit to the whole pile, and there's just bodies and corpses, and it's just such a horrible scene.
And it
probably took months of in-game time trying to just clean it up, because always when somebody came to clean it up, they just started to add on to it somehow. So it's such a weird moment.
This is why they need to remake that game.
That's exactly the reason.
Graphics.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I love how real these moments are.
Absolutely.
And we have a new addition to the team. We have a Bjorn doing a giant. Ooh. Or doing the Minotaur that you were just talking about.
Yes.
It's a grave troll. Or a grave giant.
Cool.
Grave giant.
Likes to collect corpses and coffins.
What does he do with these corpses and coffins?
I don't know. Maybe more like memorabilia or decorations.
Doesn't like having blank walls.
Predator.
He just likes collecting tiny humans, I guess.
How you doing, Bjorn?
It's all good. It's all good. Kids just went to bed after like half an hour of convincing them that the day is over.
What did you did you use to convince them?
No, reiteration. Stop running around. Go to bed.
It's a war of attrition.
Yeah, definitely. Curtains came down. Toys were being thrown. There's all sorts of things happening.
Right.
But I love them.
Yeah, in that weird sort of way.
Yeah, I think they have character rather than being little zombie robots.
How many do you have? 2 or more?
Yeah, 2 kids,
How old are they?
6 and 4.
That's good.
The little one is the little sister and the big brother. Complete opposites.
Yeah, it's often the case. I have 2 girls myself.
How old are they?
9 and 3.
Oh,
It's a bit far between, and they're yeah, quite different.
yeah. Me and my wife decided to have them close.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I think that's a better idea.
Yeah,
But I mean, yeah, whatever happens, happens. I think it's always fun, always good.
yeah, definitely. Me and my brother, we have 2 years apart, and I thought that would be cool for my kids as well. So they have 2 years apart, almost exactly. I think for me, at least in my experience, those 2 years apart was really good.
Mhm.
You know, like I could play with my brother. He wasn't too old.
Mhm.
He was my big.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I can totally understand that.
So say me and my brother are 18 months apart.
Oh, really? I thought he
Yeah.
was much older.
No, he looks it. I'm the older one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you?
So not true.
No, I am the older one.
You're the older one for real?
Yeah, for real.
Wow. I thought he was like he was. I thought he was like 5 years older.
No, man, he's 26. I'm 28.
Huh.
Although only on paper, because everyone thinks he's the older one.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's just contrast. You were being the artsy guy,
Yeah.
the wildflower, and
He's so
him
crazy.
being
So crazy.
yeah, and your brother being so proper and organized.
Yes, there is that.
But then again, I didn't meet your brother that much, so I didn't really have.
Yeah. Oh no, that's pretty much nailed it there.
So what are you guys up to? Who's drawing? Is Min here?
Min is, I think he's gone to bed as it was like 3:15 when he said goodbye.
Oh,
Oh, he says in the chat, hey Bjorn was just about to hit the bed. And then yeah, he says I'm going to go offline now. Great meeting to you all. And hopefully I'll join on the next one.
oh, definitely. Too bad I missed the Min.
He'll be back. So
He actually came to visit me in Brighton when I lived in Brighton.
really?
Yeah, me and Khan. He came to visit.
Was this did he come from Australia or from Korea?
I think at that time this was like 2008, 2009. I think he was in Australia. I think.
Oh, we've only got 10 people. Let's get the Heathman to just put the camera on his face.
Yeah, I mean that usually works, right?
Yeah, okay. Hundreds.
And um, Berkur, is that how you say your name?
That is exactly how one would say it.
Perfect.
How do you say it?
Are you drawing that alien?
Börkur.
Berkur. Are you drawing that alien?
Sorry, my daughter is here. I'm sort of trying to... I got a little bit distracted. Sorry, what did you say?
I was asking if you're making that alien.
No, I'm not, actually.
That's moi.
Ah, you're making that giant in the background.
Yes, that's what Volko's making.
Am I doing a giant? Oh, yeah. Is it a giant? That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, it is now. Now it's a giant.
Oh, right, it's not a giant in the background, it's just that. What's it called? I don't know what's it called. I don't have any words at the moment.
Vocabulary is gone.
Yes.
Okay. Fenris says hello. Matt McCherry says hello. Hi, Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Hello.
And Fenris says hello again. 2 hellos from Fenris. That's big.
Double hello.
Big hellos.
And you, Levi, you're doing your epic line art.
It's just
Sorry about that, guys. I had to step away.
lots of it. Yeah.
That's okay.
How's your cold, by the way?
Line art. I'm 100% recharged.
Perfect. Ready to rock and roll with your suit on?
I don't really have a suit.
You want to borrow mine, Levy?
Should. Oh, you have a suit, Alex?
Yeah, believe it or not.
I
do.
What's I don't know. I'm a little bit taller than you, so my trousers might be
It's true.
short.
Probably borrow one of my brother's ones.
Hmm.
He's taller.
Why don't
Show
you?
them ankle.
Why don't you own a suit?
Show little ankle.
Is it like a staple of what at least you should wear or own as a grown-up is a suit?
Yeah.
At least one suit,
Yeah,
yeah.
at least one.
I've got it for when I get dragged to like family things.
Suit and
One's
nice
like-
shoes.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you're not gonna show us up.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Starts.
Levi, are you at the point now where you're not even thinking what you're drawing?
Pretty much. I'm letting the values kind of dictate what kind of random crazy lines I put down.
Hmm.
So if there's an edge to the stroke, then I'll just define it with a 3-pixel, 2-pixel wide line.
Hmm. So just random happy accidents, more or less.
Yeah. But the subject is chaos and destruction, so I think with it. Because at some point it just becomes noise.
Yeah. You can't go wrong with random chaos.
Love chaos.
And Felix put on his webcam, right?
Yeah, Felix is here. Hello. Wait.
Graced us with his
Alex's
beautiful face.
microphone is enough. I think I saw that. Okay.
Especially your voice, Philip.
Ah.
It's a cool giant, Bjorn.
Thank you.
Or like this I really like the coffins he's collecting.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he has dead people hanging from his horns there, on the back of the neck.
Mm.
That's cool.
Corpses. They should be falling out of the coffins and stuff. So those things.
Now that's a monster I want to defeat in D&D. Or befriend.
Yeah, that's the idea, kind of, to key into some D&D stuff. I also did for like a mix between a dragon and a tiger,
Here we go.
something like that. I thought of painting at some point as well.
I think that's going to have a very high AC.
What kind of name is a dragon tiger? Dractin?
Dragon. A Draga.
Dragger. Or Tygon exists, doesn't it?
Tygon sounds pretty cool though.
But Tygon already exists. It's a tiger lion.
Tygon Jin.
But Tygons exists actually.
Really?
Yeah, and the other way around, lion, tiger.
Oh, Ligers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they exist that direction as well.
And they're like more powerful than either, aren't they?
Yeah, but I think they're born sterile,
Yeah.
like mules.
Like when Vegeta and Goku fused.
Just like that.
Dropping the mic.
Yeah.
They're also born sterile.
Hello guys, I'm gonna head off. There's food coming here.
Oh.
All right.
You don't want to share that around?
Well, if I could. Some digital donuts.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll be here for a few hours if you feel like coming back.
Okay, it's cool. Yeah, I might be back.
All right.
Alright.
But yeah, cool. Nice meeting you guys. Have a
Yeah,
lovely-
good to speak to you, man.
Cheers.
Take care.
Yeah. So, Ligers.
Yeah. Do you guys? What's your thoughts on, that speed painting group called Spit Paint?
Um,
I used to join in like maybe a year ago, but I
Yeah,
don't know. It's
gives me heart palpitations.
How so?
Like when I set that half-hour clock, I just panic for like 10 minutes, and when I finally just kind of get around to drawing something, it's too late. So then I spend an hour on it and post it and lie.
And you lie.
I'm like, oh, it only took me 10 minutes and I wasn't paying attention.
I think a lot of people lie on Spit Paint.
Yeah. But no, I think it's cool. It's a nice little warm-up exercise,
Yeah.
and some of the topics are quite fun to like use as like longer painting ideas.
Yeah, I find it very challenging as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Like not the drawing itself, but to have the control in your process to actually be able to create something.
Mm. Yeah, you have to kind of call on all techniques that you know and have stored away.
Yeah, or think ahead to some degree and kind of try to on the whim come up with a plan.
Yeah.
I think it's quite telling in a way where you are in your skill set when doing something to that degree where you have a really short time limit and you have to perform to some degree.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
And it can be pretty decent for kind of forcing you to make a decision that you might have procrastinated on.
Yeah.
So you kind of, I don't know, sometimes end up with interesting designs just because of quick decision making.
Yeah. Definitely. I think that's one of the beauties of it, is just that forced randomness in a way.
Yeah, totally. There used to be a good, it's probably still around actually, but back in the CA days, like a speed paint thread, but it had a random topic generator. And you click the button and it just kind of assembled words together to make a topic. But that was really good because you could just keep pressing that and get like really crazy stuff.
Yeah, that was called, I think, 3CH.
Yeah, something like that.
That was Levi. No, what's his name? Levi. What's the guy that does lots of organic kind of looking shapes, spaceship things?
David Levy?
Yeah. No. That's he was a mod. What's his name? Like, he did lots of Hollywood stuff. He did his own short movie that won a prize.
Really?
Yeah.
There was a Levy Hopkins. Another Levy.
I don't remember.
But he made it, did he? He made the...
Not Levi Hopkins, I think. No. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it seems to be that guy. Very kind of stacked pictures.
Mm.
Yeah, it's Levi Hopkins. He did his own project called something. He made like a movie.
Okay.
Like a short movie.
Yeah, it was called. Oh, shit, I'm so bad with names. Not Bolt. Something really short.
Plug?
Plug. Yeah, that rings a bell.
And it's like the robot people in the desert and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plug. That's it.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, that's David Levy.
Right. Then that's that guy. I just remember Levi.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that face. I know that face.
Oh!
Whoa.
Now, there's a crowd pleaser.
Now, do we put that on YouTube?
Now all the girls are swooning.
The king of the door.
I think your mic's muted, John. Yeah, your mic's not on, John.
By the way, John, if you want to share your screen, there's a green arrow on the side of the Google Hangout. You click and then you choose a window.
Yeah, because until then, we're just going to see your face.
Yeah.
Which is beautiful, by the way.
Which is
It's
amazing.
oh so beautiful.
Oh, look at him, he's blushing.
Look at that. Look at that lid game. There's going to be a barber at this year's IW who's going to do John McCoy haircuts for everyone.
Oh, it's Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
I will be queuing up there to get one.
I think you two will look uncanny. So similar.
I do have the Omega face after all.
Yeah, John McCoy, he's too pretty for his own good. Such a
Look
stunning.
at us just love bombing John. Not to.
That's my boy.
My boy John!
And he's trying to figure out the mic issue or the screen issue.
You might have to go to like your system preferences and choose internal microphone maybe.
He's on that.
That's if he's on Mac. If you're on Windows, then God help you, I don't know.
It's alright.
So is there anyone going to IFCC here?
I've never would have liked to go there.
One day.
The dates?
No, as I said, going one day, yeah.
You're going one day? What? Confused.
And
There you go. And good chat. John, we can't hear you yet.
It's alright, he's sorting it.
Okay.
I think he just had to download the plugin. Because Google's a bit funny like that.
Lily, is your mic back on? You cut out before.
yeah, it's on.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay. Let's get the groups. Come back. Alright, Alex, do you want to put the screen onto you? Do you want to talk about your monster?
Okay. Yeah.
Or would you rather me do it later?
Let me just grab a few textures. Because I was just going to texture some bits now.
Go over to the bed, Teddy. Libby, do you have anything you can say about your image at the moment?
Well, oh. No. Let's stick to no.
that was meant. I love that.
I'm just gonna keep it to myself now.
That was funny.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I basically doing the outlines and just tune out and not really thinking much about it. But
Have you thought about like any sort of narrative to it, or you know, other than the broken ship?
well, I have,
You know,
yeah, well, there's the character here.
Can you guys hear me now?
Plan to
Yeah, I can hear you now, John.
perhaps add a little bit of.
Cool.
We have a John McGory.
Mr. John McCoy.
That's it. That's it. Slippery slope now.
Do you know the screen share button?
Yeah, I mean, literally, I ain't sharing anything. I've just come I've just come on to watch you guys draw.
Oh, nice. You drink beers with us.
Because I just can't be bothered anymore.
Oh
John's
no!
resignation, everyone.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I've been drawing since 8 o'clock this morning.
Show off.
What are you drinking there, John?
I'm drinking Yorkshire tea.
Oh my goodness.
Mate, that's a good tipple there.
Yeah, Yorkshire Gold as well, Alex.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
It's going for the gold one.
Yeah, yeah. That's how I know I've made it.
Yeah.
Big time.
I just buy the cheap tea bags and put it in that box. I think I'm late. So far, it's worked.
That's it. Whatever works, man. Whatever works. Levy, that is looking awesome, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Like I said, the other guy's idea what. Just destruction for now.
I'm good with that, mate.
It looks good.
Fist of anything that looks like Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, a combination of that and the Dark Tower and Mad Max and everything and anything post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Have any one of you seen it? Is the new Mad Max movie out, by the way?
I'm going to see it on Sunday. Can't wait.
Yeah, I heard so much good things about it.
Well, it was one of those things that I was like really trying to not get my hopes up for because I'm a massive Mad Max fan.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
Underdog.
yeah, I watched The Road Warrior about 2 weeks ago, just in preparation for it.
That's such a good movie.
Okay, I love The Road Warrior.
It's the same bad guy, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, what? Right, Dan, I don't want you to tell me anything more about it.
Yeah, supposedly it's the same guy playing same bad guy.
The Humongous. The Great Humongous.
I don't know.
The toe cutter. Something like that.
No, it was some kind of long-haired crazy guy. I don't remember. In the new movie, he has some sort of skull mask.
Yeah, I love that mask.
Yeah, the teeth so kind of protruding.
Yeah, it looks it.
It looks really cool. I love. Is it what's her name? The female actress that shaved her head.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, yeah. That was really cool looking.
I saw an article, or I saw someone post something, and it was sort of comparing a few of the stills from the trailer to like a Phil Hale painting, and I can really see that. You know where the sky is really, really blue.
Yeah.
It is like that looks like a Phil Hale sort of painting. So if the whole film looks like that, that'd be amazing. That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be mint.
Yeah, lots of movie reviewers are saying like it's 6 out of 5.
It's very positive.
Yeah.
It's a great sign.
Yeah. Like.
Well, that's what I mean. I was trying to not get my hopes up, but then all those reviews started coming in.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help myself getting a little bit excited about it.
Did you do a big sick?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Yeah. Lately, there, like in recent years, it hasn't been too many really good movies. There's always a few sure bets, like the big blockbuster movies that kind of hits the spot, but not perfectly. And
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
then there's the surprises that completely, stuns you. You go like, wow, I had no idea how good this movie is. Like one of those movies back in the days were The Cube. Have any one of you seen that movie?
Yeah, Cube's cool.
That one gave me nightmares for 3 months.
Such a good movie. And I remember renting it and just going, whatever, just let's watch this shit. And I was completely floored by it. It was so good.
Guess I should watch it then, since I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's
Well-
cool, man. It's worth a watch.
Well, I don't know how it holds up now, but in the 90s, I think it was done in the late 90s. It was really good.
Is the storytelling and narrative good, then it shouldn't be an issue, even if the CGI is not amazing?
Oh, no, at the time it wasn't. There weren't any really amazing scenes, like in that sense, but it was, in a way, believable. So it should kind of hold up.
All right.
But the kind of idea is really, really cool. Then they did the sequel and I think the third and a fourth.
Yeah, they did Cube 2, Hyper Cube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were kind of shit. But,
Still scary.
yeah, but the first one was really surprising. I used to work in a video store, so I always put on a movie, like when no one was there in the store. I was sitting and watching a movie, like going and taking some candy, sitting and watching and sketching and just kind of idling more or less. So I managed to watch lots of movies towards the end of the 90s.
For free.
Yeah, for free. Yeah, and I always chatted with everyone coming in, like, "Oh yeah, you should watch this movie. I saw it the other day." And I kind of had my own movie kind of critic customers. They were coming in, and I knew what they kind of liked, and they asked me like, "Oh, do you have any new good movies?" And I knew that this person likes these kind of movies. It was so funny.
Nice.
I saw loads of shit movies though. Really, really bad. But many good ones.
The other day, it was a very kind of emotional ride.
Which one?
Interstellar?
Oh yeah. Loved on that.
It's a really good movie.
I kind of it's some of the like the the space logical on that. I was just paying attention to more the parenting story.
Yeah, I think it was overall a good one. I find the ending being a little cheap. Like I would have loved it with a more kind of expanded story there, or just like they assumed like everything that happened was the way it should have happened. For me it felt like, I don't want to give spoilers, but in the end it was like, why aren't they more thrown by the situation? I don't know. It was a bit weird.
Can you guys hear me
The
now?
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, my laptop cannot even begin to handle Photoshop and Hangouts at the same time.
Oh, no.
It's pretty intensive.
And it's a shame because I had like the best speed painting you've ever seen.
Really?
just waiting in the wings.
Just wait.
What are you going to do with it now?
Mate, was it 10 minutes no ref?
Yeah. What else? How else can you play?
That's how you roll.
Don't need any ref.
That's what we do.
Don't need any ref.
No ref, no pen, no software.
Hmm.
Just my visual library card.
Yeah. I love my visual library.
And then we have Felix playing a card game to relax after work. He's playing some Hearthstone.
Oh, so shit. I love it.
That looks quite colourful.
It's crazy how much money that all makes.
Yeah, it's mental.
It is properly crazy.
I prefer Magic the Gathering though. It's too colourful for me.
Magic to me. I need a new vocabulary. That's one of like 4 words. Yeah. Mint, mate, yeah, and all that.
Fighting. Oh wait, it's 3 words.
It's the exact same for me. Like.
Mint.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, mate, that's mint.
Do you guys play games a lot?
I've been playing a lot of Drive Club.
How's that?
It's the most beautiful looking game ever.
Yeah, it looks crazy good.
The when they get the rain going, all the road becomes like reflective.
Do you do a lot of drunk driving?
Yeah, I save it for the PS4. But I really want to play The Order because I love like Victorian London looking stuff.
Yeah, man. I watched a complete like live stream playthrough of the whole game. It's just like a movie. Yeah, it's just like a movie.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Assassin's Creed.
You have a PS4, right?
Me, John.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
PS4?
Yeah, PS4.
Well, if you have it, you can borrow that game from us.
You want it?
I have it here.
Do you have The Order?
Yeah, we have. I do have The Order. The only reason I suggested it because the game is well, you have to play it.
Right.
But it's not worth like £60.
Ah, right, okay.
Whatever
Quite
it costs.
short.
How so?
Sorry?
Daddy? How so?
Well, I mean, anything I'm gonna say is just gonna spoil it, right? It's a bit boring and dull.
Right.
Repetitive?
Not so repetitive. The story is not strong enough, and it feels like a, I don't know, intro game to something bigger, but it never gets there.
Mm.
Do you guys ever feel like it'd be awesome to have the option of, let's say you complete the game, and you can sort of like just walk around all the levels and every bit of the game without just like walking around the game?
Being a tourist in the game.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Like most of the time I'm not even playing the game, I'm just looking at all the environment artwork that they've done.
Yeah.
It's way more.
Well, in that case, you will probably enjoy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like walking around looking at these levels.
No, it's
Yeah,
really
but-
it's a gorgeous looking game.
Mm. For me, my problem is I need to find everything in the game, and I can't just sit and enjoy it. I need to collect it all.
Really? You one of those guys?
Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of manic.
Yeah.
But to a point, like if they make it too hard work, I just go, F it, and I just stop collecting everything.
Yeah, when the borderline trolling you.
Yeah, for sure. Then yeah, I hate those kind of things. Like I've played all the Uncharted games.
Oh yeah.
They're really good. Really love them, but like a couple of collectibles, you need to be in a certain situation at a certain point and find it. And I just can't be bothered replaying to find that little thing.
That just sounds horrible to me.
So I always try to find everything as I'm playing, but it removes me from the game, which is negative.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what it's trying to do, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, obviously they're trying to add to the gaming experience.
The replayability of it and all.
Yeah, but for me, it just.
Yeah, and you know what else as well for me? I hate that when I buy a game that I know that it will take a minimum of like 5 months for me to complete.
Yeah.
I would love to buy a game and like totally finish it within a weekend. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Because there's so many cool stories that I never get to see.
I did that with Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
I think they should ship with all the games like a trainer where you can just kind of click God mode.
Yeah. Because I mean, it took me about a year and a half to finish Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, it's such a good game.
Great game.
Right? And I was like, I almost gave up playing this, and it's like one of my favourite stories.
Yeah. But do you want to know something fun? I played it. I 100%ed Red Dead Redemption.
Holy shit.
And then
It was too much.
and then my PlayStation crashed.
No way.
And I had to make a new profile, and my save was lost.
That's horrible, man.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like one of those games where I had to do everything, find everything, and I did, and then I lost it all. And I was like, damn it! I love the game so much. I played it all the time, and I just got so fed up with the idea of doing everything again.
Yeah, no, mate. Well, you did more than enough anyway. But I tell you what, I was like, there's some levels on Drive Club that are set out in the desert,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like film cinematography. And I thought, I would love to play this kind of. If Red Dead Redemption comes out on this sort of looking place,
Yeah.
I'll be living in it. I used to get on my horse and go for a ride on the horse, right? And spend half an hour just riding around in Red Dead Redemption, and then I'd go to one of the bars and I'd play poker for another like half an hour.
Yeah.
I went on a really horrendous murder spree on the game, like 3 hours, where I was like skinning all the cattle in people's farms and stuff.
Oh no!
It was just like trail of death. But anyway, if you kill enough people on the game, your horse gets replaced by this like death horse.
Oh,
And he's got no saddle. Yeah, and he came and like was my mate, and then then I felt really bad about murdering everyone. Literally like 3 hours of just uncontrollable murder.
Having a bad day.
Yeah.
Have you tried the multiplayer on that game?
No.
It's actually pretty good. It's the whole game world with just mostly other players.
Cool.
And you have shootouts and.
That's pretty cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was one guy who tried to troll me, like kill me over and over again, and yeah. So he was gunning for me wherever whatever I did. He came and started, shooting me and whatever, and I remember this one of those gaming moments you never forget was. I was on a ridge, and he was on an opposite ridge, really far away, and it was sunset, so I could see the silhouette of him. And I took the sniper rifle and kind of shot him in the head from really far away. And
That is
after,
pure Clint Eastwood, that film.
yeah. It was like I felt so in a movie at that
Not
point.
like a fucking badass.
Yeah. That was really good experience.
Man, I'm gonna ruin it for everybody now. But you know at the end where you catch up with that guy who, the guy at the end,
Uh-huh.
and it's like you're playing as his son, you know? You're playing as the son. Yeah.
Yep.
Find the guy. I'm not joking because I was so wound up. I must have like shot him 20 times, even though there were only 6 bullets in the gun. It's like
Reload.
fucking die, you bastard. Got well too far into it.
Yeah. But man, that game was so good. So
Yeah.
good. Oh,
That was
man,
pretty cool.
There's a sequel being worked on, no?
Yeah, I think so. I was just gonna see if they announced it.
Well, I hope so.
Red Dead. Rockstar teases Red Dead 2.
It's gonna happen.
Oh dear.
Mm-mm-mm.
Oh dear.
That had a great soundtrack as well. Really great soundtrack.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was amazing.
Yeah, man. Crazy good.
I loved kind of trick shooting. You could do that in the game.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Dead
so-
Eye thing.
yeah.
That was great.
I spent lots of time just hunting bounties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
fun.
think it'll be a bit more fun on the PS4 control pad because it's got proper triggers.
Yeah.
My finger kept sliding off.
I'm really hoping they release it soon.
Yeah, man.
We have you and me, John McCoy. We have to
We're gonna hook up on in the game.
definitely.
Kill loads of people.
Yep. But not with Alex because he's obviously murdering crazy.
Because he's a sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, I'm getting it sorted.
Basically.
You know,
He's gonna
don't
be
have the guy
stalking us.
trying.
You and me, John, are playing, and then all of a sudden we heard. And then in the corner, Alex logged in.
You just look up to a hill in the game and all these like horses on fire run over, and there's some naked guy with his cloak on.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex is here again.
Like, oh god,
That guy.
log out.
Quick.
They need to get some Johnny Cash as well in the soundtrack.
That's a given.
We did a podcast yesterday.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Yes, we did.
It was the second one.
It went well.
For who?
Yeah, the first, I interviewed John McCoy
For what?
for Industry Workshops.
Who's John McCoy?
We got
Some dickhead.
some weird northerner.
Yeah.
Star.
Westerosi guy.
For industry
So
workshops.
we're gonna try to do. Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna do a couple as we keep going towards the event date. Perhaps do a few like little bits. It's not just interviews, but other content as well.
You kind of sometimes, Levy, you glitch out.
I glitch out.
Yeah. You break up and can't hear everything you're saying.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. You and Dan. But you and Dan are in the same flat.
Oh no, Dan's at Opus with me.
Yeah, I'm still at Opus.
All right, working late, lads. Yeah, working late.
Oh. Yeah.
It's kind of like work, I guess.
Yeah.
Working hard or working smart? Neither.
Exactly it. Working smart.
Yeah, right, Dan.
You don't know me.
Be right back.
Hey, John, we're going to tell on you.
Oh, yeah? Snitch, Alex. Snitch. Is there nobody else in the office now? Is it just you two?
Us and Felix.
Felix.
Felix is playing the Hearthstone card game.
Mm-hmm.
Long day, John. Long.
Yeah, that is.
I'm playing the arena right now. I don't know how good my deck is.
But man, this image has got out of control.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that, man. That looks cool.
Abstract weird alien.
It's, well, yeah. We don't know. Currently.
That looks like that looks like a face now, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know, I might turn it into some sort of like throne or something.
It's like a throne. It's called throne.
Yeah. Or like maybe some like moth creature. And like moth looking. But
Is that your process for every concept, Alex? Yeah.
what?
Just like flip it and then like turn it upside down.
Turn it upside down and then it's better.
That's actually a terrifying smile, mate.
Yeah, I know.
That's
It's
pretty
pretty
creepy.
cool.
That's pretty great.
This is what I'll flick back to my other one. It was on this, but I just lost all hope with it because that's what happened.
Just life, isn't it?
So then,
Just life.
did the
You've
old?
also been drinking, yeah?
No, I haven't. Honest to God.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I quite like doing this for like random shapes and patterns and stuff. It's quite good to pull stuff out of. But
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. That's what I was saying to you the other day, like making a mess, like into being creative and stuff like that.
yeah.
That's sort of what I meant.
Find some order in that chaos.
Yeah.
Relaxing.
Was Boca not coming on?
He's just.
Yeah, he was a little while ago.
It's just eating.
All right, that's good.
But on the topic of chaos and creating order, I mean, our brains are made to find order in chaos.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, we deserve to find patterns, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. So you're using just the strength of your brain by default, by just making random patterns, which is good. Body hack.
Yeah.
No, I can see something in this. There's something in this. Lots of things.
You see a queen with her hands hanging at her crotch, sitting on the throne.
Yeah, I can see that.
Don't say too much of what you see. Say too much about who you are.
It's okay. I think everyone knows how dirty Alex's mind is.
Yeah, but I've managed to get some strange reputation.
Stranger danger.
Yeah. Usually.
No.
Ice is dangerous, man.
There's this guy on internet. He is kind of, what's it called? Mentally challenged, yes. He has some problems, but he gives a weather forecast every day, and he uploads it to internet, and he kind of screams the weather forecast because he's so excited about weather. You know, he has autism or some problems with the mind in that sense. But everyone just gives him so much praise, and he's been on the local news and everything in America, just because he goes out every day and like screams towards his camera and like saying, "Today's gonna snow, it's gonna be -30, you have to be careful." And everyone just kind of loves the guy. And he looks, really, like a cool guy, but he really loves to give the weather report. It's so funny, and people occasionally try to make fun of him or troll him. But what's really interesting is if you read the comments, etc., is that everyone kind of protects him and attacks the troll instantly.
Trolls, it's because those trolls are just jealous.
Yeah, of course.
That's their natural state of existence.
Trolls.
Yeah.
It's so funny, how some people can't deal with trolls.
Yeah, it really gets them burnt up, doesn't it?
Yeah. I remember back in the CA days when, at its prime,
Yeah.
there was so much shit flying around.
Yeah, man.
It was amazing.
Peak concept.org days.
Yeah.
Leaks.
And
This was before your time, Alex, when you were a little baby.
Yeah, when I was 7.
But that was so funny. My way of dealing with trolls is just, I think it's a quite effective way, and I always just wrote, "Thank you for your input, but I don't agree." And they kind of just stopped dead in their tracks. But what can they write? Well, I think opposite. Well, good.
Thank you. I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take any of it on board, but thanks for taking your precious time to write.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's fine to have that opinion.
Right,
You're just wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
You can do that after they write like half trolling.
Oh yeah. Like a novel.
Yeah, like they're prepared for battle.
It's funny. And in my sketchbook at one time, at the CA, there was this woman who kept writing like ridiculously long replies to me every day. When that was a time where I updated every day in my sketchbook, and she just kept on writing these really long replies, and I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't.
Bjorn, I think I remember this, man.
It was just one specific.
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. So crazy. And in the end, I just kind of had to just reply with a smiley or something. Just
Cheers, thanks.
yeah, I couldn't have time to reply anything with this book every day. being written. Oh,
You were giving purpose to a life, Bjorn, so.
yeah, I don't know.
Thanks for your input. Okay, thanks. Bye. Take care.
Is there like an opposite slang for troll?
What's the opposite of troll? Fan.
Well,
Fan.
no, well, I know.
Or
I kind of figured if there was one.
I think the closest thing that we have, like in Yorkshire, would be what we would call a wind-up merchant.
What's that? Do explain.
Yeah, so it's someone who basically
Wind up.
exists to wind you up, to send you insane, and that is like their actual aim. So they are a wind-up merchant.
Oh.
The merchant of the wind-up.
Yeah, exactly.
Feel you.
But that's not really an opposite.
Get me, Alex. Get me.
Troll.
I get you. He understands. I understand you, John.
What you say, Bjorn? That's not exactly a troll.
Or opposite of troll. I mean,
Opposite of troll.
That
I
sounds
think
like
the opposite of a troll would be someone that would write.
That would be like a friend, right?
Yeah, that'd be like a friend gone. Like someone who's encouraging but sincere.
Yeah. Oh, friend.
Yeah, the slang of the opposite of a troll is your friend.
Is your friend.
I wish I had
Yeah,
friends.
mate. Yeah, mate.
John McCoy, will you be my bestest friend forever and ever?
Maybe, Bjorn. Maybe.
Wow, all the others.
Maybe.
Oh, it was.
I can't just give that away, Bjorn. You've got to earn it, mate.
I worked really hard last workshop.
You did, mate. You did. You did.
Yeah.
You
I appreciated that.
John, I've made you a card out of macaroni.
Oh,
Straight
straight to the heartstrings, Alex. Straight to the heartstrings.
It's attached to them. It's like a voodoo doll.
That's how I know you really care, Alex. That's how I really know.
Nick Eat Rice says, you guys remember the worst of the CA thread? That was always hilarious.
Oh yeah. Well, what was most hilarious was the posts that got deleted instantly by all the admins, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
those were the best. And the threads that kind of got way out of hand really, really fast, that got disappeared, like they disappeared the next day or an hour later.
Yeah, there was some weird online social experiments on conceptart.org back in the day. Really weird.
Was there
It was
like
the-
I don't know about you, Bjorn, but like for me, like that was like one of my main introductions even to the internet.
Yeah,
Like totally thrown in at the deep end.
yeah.
Like what's
Like, this is
who are these people and what are they talking about?
Yeah, I was.
Who's this
I
guy?
was-
Hurricane? He's fucking doing my head in.
No, I remember. The funny thing is that there's always waves of generations, right? That they all kind of sync up. They're all the same age or the same period of time. I mean, all of us that started out at the same time around 2003, 4, whatever. We're all more or less now, seniors.
Oh yeah, I've got ducks for that. Like me.
And that's by just being persistent and loving the game, so to speak, and just sticking with it.
Yeah. Yeah, sticking with it, I think, is probably one of the main attributes, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Stick-to-itiveness.
no, but also an appetite to learn and develop and all that. That's so important as well, to just not stagnate and think you know it and then not trying to improve anymore.
Well, I think that's what does Guillermo del Toro say? Like, when you stop being curious, that's when you become old.
Yeah.
I totally agree. With
Stop. Yeah, I remember like stumbling onto Floris Didden's
Oh yeah, man. Floris did.
sketchbook and just kind of get my ego completely blasted away with a shotgun. He does so good stuff.
Yeah, crazy good, crazy good.
But worst of all, he's so nice as a person.
That's the real like knife twisting
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
knife in the wound, isn't it?
That's like you hope that when you meet your idols that they're dicks,
Yeah.
because then you're like, well, I'm gonna be different.
Yeah.
Then they're really nice. And you're like, oh, it just makes it harder.
Everyone can realise that about you this year, Alex. I'm seeing in September. Shut them all down.
Mate, I'm gonna be the most non-welcoming person ever, just to help everyone else out.
What I find that the strangest is when the user, from a forum is like a hot girl, and all of a sudden you don't know what to talk about, and just kind of like
I'm sorry, you're beautiful.
yeah, okay,
So that's why you keep stuttering when you talk to me, Bjorn.
you know it, John.
That's what it is. That's what it is all this time.
Listen, I don't hold it. There's no secret that I love you. I love John McCoy.
And now
I
11
even
more people
proclaim
know
it.
it.
You got leather?
Huh?
What did he say?
I said now 11 more people know it.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Mhm.
It's,
It's out.
starting on you.
No.
I am your stalker, John McCoy.
That's alright, man. That's alright.
I have John McCoy tattooed on the inside of my eyelids.
Oof.
Whoa.
Wow.
That is cool.
So every time I go to bed with John McCoy.
That's right.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah.
I mispronounced his name wrong. Naren Brain asks, when was the last time you guys went on the CA?
Hold on, Dan. What do you mean? Is it we're being asked questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, on the
there's
YouTube.
It's going on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Must be that.
Yeah.
Is it streaming on YouTube?
Yeah.
Is it being recorded?
Yeah.
Welcome to live stream.
Are we live streaming? Yeah. Sorry, guys. I got nothing to show.
No, your face is more than enough.
I'm really blessed with your face
People
all this time.
People will have to deal with that one.
That was meant.
It is beautiful. That's great.
No, the last time I logged onto CA was to go back through my old sketchbook to have a decent laugh.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that was pretty recently. But otherwise, I've not participated in it for a while.
No, I haven't. With an intent to interact for years.
Yeah,
I think-
same here, Bjorn. Same here.
I think last update was a year or two ago, and just putting up some old sketches. But no, that for me that has passed.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a special little period of time, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But then all the weird politics and weird things started happening.
Well, it was like I don't know about you, Bjorn and Levy, but I certainly would not have gotten to where I am without conceptart.org.
Oh no.
But you are right, like the politics and the clickiness that kicked in at some point.
Yeah, it
I
was.
was like, I do not give a shit what anybody's talking about.
Yeah, it was a really weird period of I mean, not only but not by admins, but just everyone had this weird. It's hard to describe. Some kind of what's it called? war within a country. What's it called?
Civil War.
Yeah, civil war. And all of a sudden you had to take sides and shit, and I was like, nope.
Oh yeah,
No.
like which subjective opinion do you agree with?
Yeah. And for me, that was too much. All I want to do is kind of interact with other artists and share art, and not have some sort of politics about stupid shit on the internet.
Yeah, no, life is way too short for that bollocks.
Oh yeah. So that drove me away, definitely.
Yeah, exactly. And then CG Hub sort of just kicked off in it and took over.
Oh yeah, CG Hub. I loved CG Hub.
Yeah, so did I, man. I really liked CG Hub.
Not for the community itself was kind of limiting.
Yeah.
But the exposure to art was so vast, and it's so dynamic way of just being inspired.
That's how I found like a lot of new artists that loads of new artists that I really like the artwork of.
Definitely.
It was really good for that.
Yeah, like when it went, I lost so much of like the, being able to look up artwork that I'd found inspiring.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't necessarily remember everyone's name. You just know the artwork.
Yeah,
so sometimes now I'm like, oh, I had this saved, but.
Yeah, hundreds of like I'd always be like having a quick scan through my favourites on CG Hub, and they're all gone now.
Well, actually, there is a cached version on Google.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't get that.
You can go and look at your old favorites, but it's cached at a certain point, and it's not, last day of existence.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one.
Yeah. And that also had some weird politics happening.
Yeah, they did, didn't they? All behind the scenes.
Yeah, I don't know. All of a sudden, switched it off and said no more.
Yeah, crazy.
I would love to know what happened.
Yeah, there's some serious drama going on with that.
Yeah, I'm thinking possibly it was a money issue.
Yeah,
like someone was being fucked over.
Yeah, I won't be surprised.
Well, hopefully not, but probably.
It's usually that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I really liked this feature that they started adding at the end, which was within, when you'd upload an image and it'd be like its own page.
Yeah.
But it was kind of like a slideshow or a timeline sort of thing.
Yeah, and you could have steps and videos.
Yes, they had so people would follow step by steps, and I was like, shit, that'd be awesome to you could have a mini comic.
Yeah.
With sequential, you could have done so many crazy cool things with that.
Yeah. What I liked was you just said was that the image itself had that page.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it was integral into the picture. It was so good.
Yeah, it was.
But they're still developing a 2.0, no? After the Kickstarter kind of failed.
Who knows? I haven't heard anything.
No, yeah.
They were saying that they are.
I guess we're all stuck with Facebook then, lads.
Yeah.
Well, ArtStation.
Yeah, ArtStation.
ArtStation.
Yeah.
I need to actually put some of my work on there. Actually, I haven't done that yet.
There's also DrawCrowd, I think. Is it called DrawCrowd?
Yeah, that's Thing's own
project. Yeah.
And that also had drama.
Yeah. What the fuck is wrong with concept artists? It's like some sort of shit soap opera.
Yeah, we're actually all like Paris Hilton.
Yeah, it's terrible.
All you need to do is go on the daily spit paint, and there's always some kind of
there's some great arguments.
Excellent.
art policing.
I never ever joined that group.
You should.
Well, a couple of my friends were saying now their Facebook is literally just spit paints every 2 seconds. And I'm like, oh, that sounds shit to me.
Yeah, I had to cull a lot of people just because that was all I could see.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, You know, I want to see cats.
Yeah, I want to see cat videos and
I want to see cat videos and
baby photos.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Alright, so
Or
we're
somebody's dinner.
going to start a cat group.
Yeah.
Daily
It's called-
cat paint.
Yeah, it's called
Yeah, let's
daily cat photos and
Cats.
food porn group,
Can't wait.
and you have to paint them no red.
You know it's going to be drama on there too, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh, yeah, on backlit cats and food painting, spit paint.
It'll be massive drama. People haven't got enough things
Yeah.
to get on.
But I find it funny also spit paint. Why it's called spit paint? Because there was a thread called speed paint, and I guess they branched off, or they wanted to make their own thing. So they obviously couldn't use speed paint again because that name was already taken.
Oh, is this like a subgroup within the speed paint?
Yeah, so they had to call it spit paint. Or
Wow, it's like
something.
counterculture.
Yeah.
It's like meta.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they started enforcing all these rules about no photo textures and photos and whatever.
Holy shit. No photos?
Yeah, on spit paint. You
Wow.
can't use
How are
any
you
of that.
supposed to do concept art?
And
As
then
artists, you're supposed to participate.
Yeah.
because of that, there was another group being created where they said photos are allowed and you have a little bit more time.
Christ.
Yeah.
The internet needs to stop telling us what to do.
Yeah. Can I just like enjoy painting a fucking picture?
Was like
John, there are rules for fun.
yeah, you can't just have fun.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
John, you can't just have fun, mate. Right?
Sorry, man. Sorry.
We've talked
But
about
like Alex, I think it was you who said it's like a soap opera.
it is a soap opera.
Mm.
It's so good to tune into every now and again, though.
Yeah.
The latest argument about perspective or something. You're like,
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
you're like, oh yes, so apparently you can't use green anymore because green's like not a creative color.
Well, I guess that's all. I guess that's the road to learning these days, Bjorn.
yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, I do. Like, do you remember this thing that you would get when you would post something that you'd really thought was awesome on concept art, and you'd get proper smacked down straight away?
Oh yeah.
Now that sting is so important for people learning,
Oh yes.
but I'm not sure it happens as much these days.
No. I stopped doing that as well
Yeah.
because people just, you know.
But do you know what? I don't know about you, man. Like, I'm sure. Well, you're way better at giving feedback than me. But it's like a lot of times people say be brutal,
Hmm.
but they don't really mean it.
Yeah. Of course, they don't want to hear it.
Well, they don't want to hear what your version of brutal is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Their idea of brutal was like, oh yeah, I should work on my colours a bit more.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the thing as well, Bjorn, is that I think giving feedback is an art form in itself as well.
Definitely. I mean,
Like, you've really got to be careful who you get feedback from,
yeah.
because like
That's
they,
right.
sorry, yeah, they have to like appreciate the sort of path that you've gone through to get to that image.
Definitely.
And sometimes, yeah, God, I've listened to some feedback being given, and I'm like, holy shit, you shouldn't be saying that. That is you're sending them on the wrong tangent there.
Yeah. The problem is in my experience, like you shouldn't give feedback from your point of view as
Exactly.
because you have to give take your knowledge and transpose it onto that person
Exactly. Yeah.
rather than just say, I like color purple. Why isn't your portfolio more purple?
Yeah. This fantasy concept needs a little bit more sci-fi in it.
Yeah, because I like sci-fi.
Because I fucking love robots.
Yeah, yeah. And then the guy takes notes and goes, okay.
Yeah, he's like, oh my god, that's not what we're trying to do.
Well, okay, this guy, this famous person, John McCoy,
Yes.
I gotta have more robots in my house.
Such a dick.
Yeah. No, and then they take it for gospel, like, oh shit, okay, well,
That's it. It's like no.
no, yeah, it's so easily misguided.
Well, what I was saying to Levy the other day was, it's like every single image is a sequence of decisions.
Mm.
And it's like you have to, if you're giving feedback, you have to see the point, a decision that they made where they would have been better doing maybe there's something else, and talking about that. Because that's all, every image is like 1,000 decisions that you've made.
That segues perfectly to what I'm going to talk about at Industry Workshops 15. Character.
It's on sale now, guys.
It's a big plug. It's a big plug.
I'll give you money
Brady's just
later,
joined us.
McCoy.
Al Brady's just joined us.
No.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Ooh, thanks.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, guys. Nice to see you again. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? Good to see
Yeah, not bad. Good to hear from you.
you. Yeah, I can't get my camera to work on my computer, but you're not missing much. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, I've only just realised, Al, that we're live streaming and it's on YouTube. I've had my camera on for about an hour and a half while I'm
You didn't have had that wank, eh?
Yeah, I've had a quick one.
Are we live?
We're live
Streaming.
right now. Are we live?
It's on YouTube.
Fuck it, I'll do it live.
Let's do it in Gouache.
You gotta do it in Guac.
So anyway, yeah, don't worry about it. And also, my laptop isn't powerful enough to power Photoshop and do the.
Oh yeah, I had that when I was doing the class. That was always a joy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring, like short, straight lines. You can't do curves. Forget about
Yeah.
curves.
Oh, look,
Too 21st century.
curves are out the window, mate. Curves are out the window.
Those Fisher-Price laptops aren't really worth their soul.
I bought the Companion 2 the other week.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that $2,000?
Yeah.
What's your verdict on that?
I haven't had too much time to use it because I've been preparing the lecture.
Oh yeah.
Is that Croatia?
Yeah.
Ah, right, cool. Yeah, I've got a mate of mine going there. You'll have to say hello to him.
Yeah. I'll show you actually where I'm at with the lecture. Anyway, so I bought it, but it seems really good. Nice and responsive and things like that.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing I always keep thinking about is the lag.
No, there wasn't any lag really.
So that's cool, man. Yeah, I like that.
Angry Dragon Hunter.
Yeah, wicked. So what are you gonna do? Like walk through that?
I'm gonna go from thumbnails and talk about theory. I think I'm gonna go more, like academic rather than.
Then which like layer modes to paint on?
Talk about theory, talk about, tools to use, theoretical tools to use when you're designing and things like that, rather than just showing me painting from start to scratch.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to have the whole process on layers, so I can talk, but also have. I want to give them, like proper data to take home.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing that I was saying to Levy as well, Bjorn, is that that's the thing about watching a video or even like watching someone on stage. It's kind of like going to a gig.
Mm.
It's like you can watch an amazing guitarist, but it doesn't mean that you're going to go on and be amazing at the guitar.
Yeah.
Like all that theory that you're talking about. I personally would find that way more useful.
Yeah. Those methodologies can be used by anybody, whereas just seeing them do a parlor trick of doing a drawing in front of you, it's good, but...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like a performance, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love like people talking about like the theory and the sort of
How they
pseudoscience.
solve problems.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So my idea behind the lecture at this year is to because I'm running a class as well.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I'm teacher at CGMA for 3 years now, I think.
What is that like? Is it good? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I really like it. Every 2 months, I get around 20 new students.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh.
Anyway, so in this class, I try not to tell them what to draw, but give them tools to use to, create their own stuff.
Yeah, that's way more important, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's what I want to do this year is go through the whole process of me designing this character, but at the same time telling them, like, here's the tool set I use to make these decisions, and show where I ventured, within these decisions.
Sure, sure. It's like helping people to learn how to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's this year's. I'm preparing for IFCC is going to be my
Yeah, I did get invited to that, but there's no way that I could go at the moment, which is a bit shit.
That's a bit too bad. I've never been to Croatia, so it's going to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
That's cool, Al. Is that your latest?
Hmm? Oh no, I can't show anything I'm working on because it's all both very boring and NDA. So I've just put up some random thing from my old junk folder. But, interesting what you're saying about learning to learn. I completely agree with that. That's kind of a universal methodology that you can apply over and over, rather than, like you say, just here's teaching a man to fish or all that nonsense.
Yeah, it's like it's the underlying principles, isn't it? That are way more interesting for me anyway.
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of the whole kind of glory days of conceptart.org.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right, exactly.
With people like Ron Lemon and things dropping some knowledge.
Yeah, yeah.
And you would just go, oh, what's this? Soak it up.
Yeah, Ron Lemon's awesome, man.
Yeah. I think it's, for me, I think was, like, I come from a time where there were no internet. Like, there was no internet when I was young. Or little, rather.
Yes.
I don't know how to describe it. And when the internet came, all these venues opened up, and you could start learning from other people from other places in the world, and there was this sense of you're like Indiana Jones on the on internet, like you're venturing out, and it's completely new. You have no idea, and you learn, and you kind of obtain that sense of adventure, in a sense of learning. But for me, in the last 10 years, I'd say that's just less and less all the time.
Yeah.
When you just kind of go around on internet and look at internet places.
That's true. And there's also the kind of globalization effect of that, isn't there? Like, whereas before you would have islands of unique kind of culture, now the homogenization effect of the internet means that everyone's learning from the same tutorials, everyone's downloading Matt-J's tutorials and Vitali's kit bash and stuff, which is fantastic, but it also does mean that you get so much stuff that all looks the same, and it just doesn't really catch my attention personally.
It's called like the internet hive mind, isn't it?
Which is brilliant on the one hand, but also has this kind of effect of just flattening out any interesting differences. You end up with a lot of stuff that looks very, very similar. Which, yeah, you know, there are pros and cons, I suppose. But like you were saying earlier about not judging people's portfolios about your preferences, this is just a personal preference. I like stuff that's strange, or you know, I've not seen it before, whereas a lot of customers probably don't. So it's not an entirely fair quit, but that's my feeling. You know, I like to see something that's unique.
But I totally agree, Alex. It's a case of where, like, you would have like Egyptian architecture,
yeah,
Japanese architecture. In the future, and it's already happening now, they're all kind of like glass, similar design skyscrapers. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly right.
So that beautiful aesthetic that's born out of culture started to like plateau.
Yeah.
But hopefully it will come back.
I think we already huge civilizations a bit like that. In that, you know, the aliens are one kind of person. There's not. I mean, if you walk around a modern city, there's 1,000 different kinds of architecture. There's 1,000,000 different kinds of person. But the aliens are always just the one kind of person, right? And they have one sort of architecture and one style of clothing. It's almost as if we're feeling the inevitable merging of all of our cultures into one.
The convergent culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a drawback of being connected all the time on internet.
Do you know what's crazy, guys? Is that we will be a generation, like when we're all old, who remember a time before the internet.
Yeah, I know.
And people will be like, holy shit, how the fuck did you survive?
Yeah.
Well,
I have my wife's kid sister. She's like 12. And I told her when I was a kid and we had to go play with my friends.
Outside?
Yeah, I told them, I'll come to your home at 4 on Tuesday. Be home.
Yeah.
And then you just, at 4 on Tuesday, you went and knocked on the door and they were there. So, oh, hi.
Yeah, God, yeah. Face to face. It's like, what were you thinking?
Yeah, but how the hell did you meet up with someone when you didn't have a mobile phone?
Yeah.
Like, hey guys, I'll see you on Friday. Like, okay.
Brady, I think your microphone is very muted.
That, or I think he could have the audio from the YouTube playing at the same time as he's talking.
It's echoing.
Or is he talking? What the
So, who here has seen Office Space?
Office Space. Oh,
Excellent.
such a good movie.
Such a good movie. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, that is actually a worthy contribution, Dan.
Good input.
Yeah, well done.
Hey guys, so because I'm on video, right, and I thought I might as well show an art book, yeah, to make it even remotely interesting. And I don't know, I'll be surprised if any of you have got this book.
Are you showing off your fancy book collection?
Yeah, I am there. Have you got that? Have you got that?
Yeah.
Armored Ore Signs.
Armored Core.
Holy.
Oh.
This book is the fucking ultimate, man.
What's your favorite page?
Every page.
Oh.
Every page.
It's a cop out, isn't it?
John, I bought Framed Ink, by the way, and it was so good that I was looking through it and I was like, this is amazing. And my sister was like, that's amazing. So I gave it to her immediately, and I haven't had a chance to properly read it now, so I've got to buy another copy. But it's so good. I mean, it just, yeah, it's
amazing. Like I said to you at the workshop, like one of his black and white sketches is better than everything that I've drawn ever.
I like that when you find work that's just so good that it really just shuts you down. It makes you realise you're still a kind of novice, and you're not that badass. You're just a bit of that's how I feel when I see it. I'm like, oh shit, there's so much still to learn. I'm like, oh damn, get back to work.
I really felt like a novice after that book.
So John, define it. Why?
Because I'll tell you why. It's because the whole book is based on like storyboards and narratives, like storytelling in an image, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realised after reading that was that and I said this to Levy the other day, is I essentially like illustrate a design, like a building or a car. There's almost no storytelling in it.
Yeah.
And I think my artwork suffers a lot for it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I explain it as that's the production artist's curse.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We kind of try to limit the kind of scenic impact of the design in order to just sell the design.
Yeah, exactly. And even like some really interesting compositions get sacrificed for the sake of having to show what the design is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas when you look at the film still, like say they've got a set built, the director and the DOP will be finding the most abstracted way of shooting that shot to almost make everything out of focus or completely hidden, obscured with lighting and stuff. But when you're doing a concept art of the room, you have to show what every surface is.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a paradox.
Yeah, it's a demand.
I think the way around it is I mean, I love 3D because you can design your object and show it very clearly in very boring descriptive views, and then you can DP, like you can pretend you're a DP and take photos of it in your mind, and then swing the 3D round to that, and often you can find stuff that you would never have otherwise thought of, like weird compositions, weird arrangements that you would never have come up with, but you did come up with them because no one else did. You know what I mean? It's on your computer.
It's exactly right, Al. It's like it's exactly like having the set, isn't it? And then finding the composition.
But that keys also into what we talked about before, where our mind is geared towards finding patterns in chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to show the design and show it in action. So you've got there's no paradox if you have two images. It doesn't need to be an either or. It can be.
Well, you're exactly right, man. You're exactly. And the thing is, I've tried saying that sometimes is that we don't have to show everything in this one image.
Yeah.
Like you can have your 3/4 view that really shows the design of the thing. And then you can have a contextual image that puts it in a really amazing lighting setup where you can hardly really make out its shape. And together, that's like a 1-2 punch of what the hell's going on.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you'll always be taught, no, I want to see it in one image, and it's like, don't need it. Don't need to do that.
Yeah.
One day they'll all listen to me. One day they'll all listen.
I think it's quite nice to have some clients, to split it so that you have some clients that just require you do exactly what they ask as best you can and they give you money, and other ones that are like, we don't have much money, but therefore the power structure is different, and therefore you can kind of call the shots a lot more because you're doing it for free effectively. You can just do something a bit more random.
You at that point you have all the leverage, I think. Because you're the one producing things that didn't exist before.
Then for free, and it's nice to get their brief and them to tell you, look, we need, I don't know, I've been asked to do like a bomber or a glider or whatever. So I have a kind of thing a puzzle I have to solve, but I don't then expect them to, bother me with all the chicken shit politics, and I won't come to them with all of my solving the problems. I'll just solve it and go on with it. I like that. It's kind of like an officer and a grunt GI. You're the guy, you're the soldier in the trenches. You don't whine about, how scary it is, but you also don't expect to hear from the officers all of their nonsense. You just get an order and go about it.
As well with that, Al, is that I think that is that sort of, that's the point where you do get a unique and interesting result.
Yeah.
Because it's a singular vision. Because you're like, well, I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah.
Instead of, one of my favourite phrases is a camel is a horse designed by a committee. Right? A camel carries out its function perfectly. But a horse is like one of the most beautiful creatures. So it's like this You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like again, it's that plateauing thing that we were talking about. When there's loads of people, too many cooks, it can like level off a really unique, odd result that could have come before.
I mean, I think there's lots of interesting stuff you can go from that particular phrase. I mean, like you said, the camel is actually a beautifully adapted system for living in the desert, even though aesthetically it's not
the
very
perfect
pleasing.
design, isn't it, for what it has to do?
And I think there's a lot you can use that metaphor in a lot of your design work. Like if you are trying to narrow down the brief, you can say to the AD, do you want it to be nice and pure like a racehorse, or do you want it to be kind of versatile and ugly like a camel, for example, and use those as kind of places for them to, this one or that one. It's much easier for them to do that than to describe off the top of their head something. You just give them options. Pick the option that they like.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say the camel is a lot more like military-style technology. It's very cut price, but it does the job really brutally, but with no considerations for grace. Whereas a race
like a Russian technology.
Yeah, exactly right.
But I totally agree with you. It's like really important. I mean, it's all for me in design. It's all about defining what the parameters are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like you say, using all those keywords with a client is absolutely vital. But like the whole phrase "think outside the box." Yeah. I don't like that phrase. I hate it. I love thinking inside the box.
Yeah.
Well, the problem
that's
is
where the imagination works hardest.
Yeah, like the best designs come within restrictions.
Well, no.
Well,
yes and no.
Let's do it, Bjorn. Let's kick off. Right now.
Let me just clarify. You are always creating with restrictions, right? You never go, I'm going to use a banana, a ballpoint pen, and nails. And then the next day you're just going to say, okay, I'm going to use my Wacom today. That's way too random, right? So when they're saying, outside the box things, there's still rules that you're engaging in as a creative artist.
Right.
But the issue lies in the client says, we want something, think outside the box. And then they go, no, it's not yellow enough. And then you have to go like, okay, obviously you have a direction where you want me to go. And don't tell go outside the box.
Right.
So what they gotta do, this client, hey, someone has to switch off their YouTube.
Alex, I think Alfred, you have YouTube playing at the same time as the
No, I'm on headphones.
Oh.
Well, anyways, the issue lies in the person ordering the think outside the box. You as an artist, you can always create outside the box, but you're creating within parameters of the designer, or the artist. You have your own set of rules of how you're engaging in certain things.
I mean, I think you're right in that often they ask for this, and they actually are just flattering themselves. They're saying, look, we want you to think outside the box, but really they actually want you to copy whatever's popular right now. That's often the case, I think. And it's them saying that, it's just them saying, well, we're pretty crazy, we like new stuff, but really they want stuff that they know will sell, which will be, whatever looks popular at the moment, Iron Man or Pacific Rim or whatever. But I think it's nice to be given a problem to solve, and then you have to then solve it. So we need a vehicle that can land vertically and fly at speed and carry this weight. You could result in a helicopter, it could result in some kind of flying bird thing. It could be an actual bird. There's lots of different ways to answer that question, I guess. And if you can answer it in a way that is novel or at least a newish spin on an existing trope, then that will grab people's attention. Whether that is what you want to do. I mean, it might be that the scene that you want to shoot, you don't want to be grabbing their attention on this artifact. You just want it to be in the background, just giving you a bit of atmosphere. So
But then
Very
also,
funky, but it's
two out
functioning
of the
quite
box
tight now.
things are not appealing to mass public.
Right, absolutely, yeah.
Guys, I totally
And
lost.
most of these projects are investments. They're basically like property developments. You get investors to put in money to your film in the same way that they would buy a part of the building. And when the building is built and sold, you give them back their investment or the film. If you're a risky proposition, if you're building a building that's this crazy carrot shape that no one wants to buy,
Yeah.
you're not going to get investors' money back. So
Obviously.
shaped by commerce.
Yeah, definitely.
However, often stuff that is very, very eye-catching does tend to be more memorable. I mean, occasionally you get something that's new and people just go mad for it. They can't get enough of it. So it's a risk, isn't it? You want a sure bet that is probably going to pay off, or a bit of a longer bet that it might be massive or it might be a complete disaster. I mean, different projects, different ways of working, I guess.
Sorry, guys.
It's nice to split your work because you can then do client work, which is exactly what they ask, and you can also do your personal work, which is just almost a reaction to the boringness of the client work. You just go fucking nuts. Every time a client would say that's your personal work, and two different arenas.
Yep.
John McCoy is back. He dropped for a bit there.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit annoying this. I can't. My my laptop is not powerful enough.
Can you do it on your phone?
I was just having a full-blown argument with Bjorn, and it decided to break out.
There's some interesting comments on the YouTube chat, by the way.
What is the link to the YouTube thing?
Oh yeah.
I can share it.
Why is everybody watching but nobody in the Hangouts?
Because you can only have 8 people in the Hangout.
All right.
Yeah. So they are with us, but they can't talk.
I'm giving away how much I don't know how all of this works.
No.
No,
This is
I'm glad
our
I'm glad
third
you're asking
one.
these questions. I was too embarrassed to ask.
Bjorn, what was the last question we were up to on there?
Huh?
What was the last question we were up to on the YouTube questions?
Yeah, because
This was the last one. I think was when the last time we went on CA, and then they're talking about just style, and when we were talking about how we have to please clients, etc. It's not really questions, I guess, but they're keying into the discussion.
Who wants to read them out?
Al's there.
No, they're more or less agreeing, but they also said that when everyone is kind of trying to please too much, it saturates the market with similar designs.
Well, yeah, it's like pop music, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the exact pop music and anything that is sort of lowest common denominator. Maybe that's a bit harsh.
Maybe.
Well, because Taylor Swift is the bomb.
Yeah, she's also mad hot.
Well, it's just, I mean, it's not that it's like, I'm not trying to say it's shit. What I'm trying to say is, I'm just trying to say that it's safe, and I don't like it when it's really safe.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping that everybody goes to see Mad Max, which is an R-rated movie.
Mm.
So that
the thing with safe sells because it's even enough for everyone to enjoy, right?
yeah, and that's why I don't like it.
Yeah. But that's because you're on the creative side of the industry where you're trying to infuse your angle onto any product that you have the opportunity to, and the more ability you have to affect a product which is successful, which sells, the higher likeliness is that how you say it? Higher likely. Yeah, you will be able to be a part in a more kind of considerable degree on the next project if your project sells. As an example, take that what's his name, Valin. No, what's his name? The guy that designed for Oblivion.
Oh, Andre Wallen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him last week.
Yeah, he kind of got a shoe in, and all of a sudden he became the designer that he got Oblivion. He designed all of Oblivion more or less, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think he did. Well, there was a lot of other guys in. But the thing is, there was loads of guys working on it, but he did the graphic novel that then got picked up and turned into the movie.
Right.
Which was more like a short booklet.
Yeah. I mean, that's the great thing is that, the same thing with Neil Blomkamp. The guy released like 5 to 10 images of basically a concept pitch, and got like Aliens 5 from it.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show the power of what even like still 2D images still has, which is great for us.
Yeah.
I had a chance at that. I got my dream job as doing pre-production sketching for a Luc Besson thing, and did 6 weeks of work, submitted it, and they said, no, we don't like it, we're not paying for it, you can keep it. Fuck off. So it's like, I got my dream job, fucked it up.
Oh man, that's hard.
It was brutal, man, I tell you.
Yeah, but then you have to.
Too much pain to be doing the work, but.
Yeah, but then you just have to go like, okay, wrong design for wrong product. And
Exactly.
Yeah, you just gotta take it on the chin. But it was funny. It was ironic to kind of always love the Fifth Element, get this chance to do a kind of Fifth Element thing, and just completely blow it. Like, So I think that to anyone on the way up now, your career is never straightforward. You always make mistakes, but I'm still here, still working.
But Alex, that's like that. There's a parallel with that, and Tim Burton. Isn't Tim Burton when he didn't he apply for Disney? He applied for Disney, right? And they were like, no, this is like not the art style. And then like 20, 30 years later, they make Frankenweenie, which is a movie. It's really gothic.
Yeah.
And it's like, so Bjorn's totally right. It might not be right for that time, but it could totally come around later on.
But weirdly, that was the one that got put in the Mail, which is, I'm a big detractor of the Daily Mail. I always just say it's horrible, Middle England provincial bullshit, and they picked up that bit of art and put it in their paper. And I got lots of sort of hilarious comments underneath it. So it was like a weird situation all around. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen with your work. So just keep putting stuff out there that you like, and you might get more work like the stuff that you've done. Because if you do boring stuff, it's a good way of earning some money. But after a while, people are only going to give you that work because that's all you've ever done. It's all you've proven that you can do. Why would they give you anything else? Whereas if you do crazy stuff that you enjoy, you might just find that it starts to come to you and you get more of it like that. So, shape your career. Do work like you want to get, I guess.
Yeah. I have a great story about that, but I can't give out all the names and what happened, but I can kind of touch on it. It was my steampunk Star Wars stuff.
You mean the thing that you won the internet with, Bjorn? There wasn't one day where I wasn't seeing one of your fucking steampunk Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then people are dressing up like it in cosplay. And
yeah, so much. It's ever since 2008 when I put up the first ones.
Really, was it 2008?
Yeah, constantly since then. Almost every
stuff that I first saw of yours, man. I remember seeing that stuff and just hurricane putting out this stuff. It's like, this is amazing.
It's crazy. I've been on all major news sites in America, like CNN, Huffington Post, everything. Anyways,
that is awesome, dude. That is awesome.
So I got all this traffic. I think due to the Star Wars stuff, and probably not only, but I think I have 6 million or 7 million viewers on my site. A year.
Mine's something similar to that as well. Yeah.
Anyway, so I posted these, and I got contacted by a company, and they said, "Oh, we've seen these things, and we have a similar product, and we want you to come over and help us develop this product." So I went to this company, spent like a week or so helping them developing it, and then I went back, and this project got cancelled. And then they said, "We have this other project we're doing," and they started talking about it. And I said, "Oh, that's another personal project I've already started." And I showed them all the work I'd done, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that fits perfectly. Let's hire you again for like a couple of weeks." And my point being is just like, if you really enjoy something and you just keep at it, and like Brady, like you said, like you never know who looks or where it can take you. It's so important to just kind of rely on what you love doing and designing, and the clients will find you in the end.
I said similar in this podcast with Levy, so I guess.
Yeah. Go on,
we were talking about that, weren't we, Levy?
Yeah. No, exactly.
So
we were
just
talking about this very subject.
Yeah, nice.
No, it's the whole kind of exposing your artworks, whether you're kind of happy with it or not. Everyone who views the images, they have very different visual experiences to what you have.
Yeah.
And the images differently as well. So you might look at something, say like, this is okay, but the other end, the guy. Bits of that, he's like, oh wow, this is amazing.
I'd be happy if a small percentage of people thought it was okay. I mean, I'm happy if like 95% of people think it's rubbish. I don't really care. As long as there's a few people out there that like we're this, you know what I'm talking about, right?
It's true, man. Like if one person, if you blow away one person, then it's totally worth creating that image.
Yeah.
Especially if they go on to create art as a result. I think that's the best thing. Is like if other people see your stuff and go, "Damn, I want to make pictures too," or make whatever, just express themselves through art. Then that's a battle won, I think.
Al, do you think does that mean that Mullins is all of our dad?
Oh, he's definitely my dad. For sure. And like,
I think it's my dad.
Uncle, and he's my dad.
Yeah. He's all the family members.
Yeah.
Children of Mullins.
Yeah.
No, definitely. I think he's had a bit of a hard life because of the fame and stuff, but for sure, I think his attitude to making a picture where he sees it in his mind because he's practiced so much, and he doesn't really know how to paint, so he just throws all the colours onto the screen and smooches them all in there. After a while, it becomes a thing that he's really good at, and I love how he just wasn't afraid of painting anything from any angle, any subject, romance, robots, the lot. He doesn't give a shit. He'll bring his sophistication to it. That style is just absolutely amazing. I love it.
That for me reminds me of how you paint, Levy.
Yes.
How I paint?
Yeah, your speed.
Speed paints,
I was
man,
about
unbelievable.
Thank you. The Craig Mullins thing is that since his artworks and his experience and all his past as a artistic painter is so rich that the artworks that he does, even if you copy it or study it, let's say you copy it many times, you start to realize and learn by just simply copying it.
Yeah.
Because there's so much depth and story and variation in it. It's not like one single process that he's using all the time.
Yeah,
it's actually quite fluid. But this is the thing that you kind of start to do, or a lot of artists and artwork you can look at. There's very defining patterns and things that they repeat to do. But with Mullins, always something. And he's really great at the impact of a visual, like in the same way as framed ink, like with such simple designs and shape language and line work, he can make such a big instruction. It just grabs you and holds you. And that's the kind of like really understanding the power of those tools that they use. It's like you study it and you start to get it like, okay, it's a combination of really strong composition, how you portray the characters, the poses, the expressions, the uses of color and lighting. All of this plays into it all together. When you do it perfectly, it just becomes this kind of almost flawless image, despite its rendering quality.
I think I think the
So
thing
it's
that
a rant.
no, I totally agree, Leather. I think the one it's like when I look at someone like Mullins' work, it's a case of there's an Italian term, and I'm gonna like slaughter it when I say it, called sprezzatura. Is
You
anybody
nailed
know
it,
that?
mate.
Did I? Yeah.
Solid.
But it basically means making it look easy, right? Or making it look like you had fun when you were doing it. And the thing with Mullins is his like the raw fundamentals of color composition and design and drawing. Yeah, he's so good at that that it frees him to experiment and to break anything apart, bend it, because he always knows why it's going to look good in the end. And I think that's what I would like to get towards, if I ever could, would be to like not even worry about whether or not the composition is going to be good or the lighting is going to work, so that I can really play and like see what the fuck happens by doing this or doing that.
Like he was quiet for a long time, and then he did a big post on Facebook, and it's just like one of those inspirational, motivational feelings that woke up again within me that I haven't felt for a very long time.
I have to
You know,
agree.
the stuff you have to see on Siegen and like concept art forum days. It's like, wow,
Man, it just
completely blew you away.
It came back out of nowhere and just again annihilated everybody.
Yeah, the thing is like he became so famous. He became ridiculously famous, and everyone was pestering him. And he there was a drama about him, and you know, he made posts about saying like, listen, I'm just a good dude painting. Stop all this madness. And people still kept on, you know, hassling him and just making his life hard. And that's why he, as far as I understand, why he kind of drew himself back and stopped being active on internet.
I can't blame him. I absolutely cannot blame him.
There was another reply he did, and he said like he hasn't been posting because he felt he's not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was really strange. But at the same time, when I thought about it, it was like that's the response of a really true and great and inspiring artist, actually.
Yeah. He's a real gentleman.
It's not really about posting it and see how many likes you get kind of mentality.
Wait a minute. It's not about that.
Huh?
It's not about that.
No, we all. I know.
Shit.
John, we're live.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry guys. Oh, man, live for the likes. Live for the likes.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it? Because on the one hand, it's easy to sort of. I mean, I'm quite happy to say I agree with Mullins on that. You know, staying, you know, in your own little kind of thing is nice. But if you say that to someone, that's not very good career advice. So you know, you have to kind of split your comments between what I think is a good idea for you and what I personally enjoy. So it's tricky. But I do think Mullins is a very humane, humble guy, or at least he comes across that way, and I like that. And he seems very dedicated to the artwork rather than showing off, or you know, he just loves it. And you can see from the marks he makes, he's just enjoying himself, having a great time making it.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like
And it looks like he wants to entertain you. He wants to make you have a good time when you're watching or looking at his images too, which I really like. He's kind of like a good songwriter, or something, or a good makes the song nice to listen to it.
Bobby Chu interviewed him recently for his Kickstarter.
I saw that. That was good.
Yeah, really like down to earth guy, and you can understand where he's coming from when he decides to disappear from internet by watching that documentary or interview.
Is it a video segment or?
Yeah, on Bobby Chu's Kickstarter about some learning school or
schoolism, something like
that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Okay.
Does but most importantly, Bjorn, does Bobby Chu ask him which brush he uses?
Oh yeah. That's the magic one. Yeah.
I literally do use Craig Mullins' brushes, so.
No, I'll have to check that out. Actually, I haven't seen that.
There is no. What was the Industry Workshop 14? No magic brush.
Secret brush.
Secret brush.
Except we've got it.
There is.
There is. I'm using it right now.
Oh my god.
I need to touch it once.
Yep.
It will turn into instant internet fame.
Be careful, Alex. With great power, mate.
Some prayers are spells.
Some prayers are spells. No, I don't need to worry about getting famous. It's not going to happen.
You already
know what I want to do.
I can't imagine anything worse.
Unless, of course, my pop career takes off.
Your J-pop.
Yeah, J-pop career.
Alex, you're massive in Japan, mate. You're massive.
Mate, I'm not even joking. I've made up a dance routine and I'm going to show you at the workshop.
Yes.
I hope, John McCoy, that was a reference to...
Kumbala.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch the fuck out, Japan.
This dance routine literally goes to any music.
Any.
Yeah, any.
Any tempo.
Any tempo.
So we have from Daniel Cotter asks, any chance we could get Miles to instruct? He just announced he's doing an MTG Grand Prix in August. His card's coming out in July. We'd have to look into that.
Miles who? Miles John, what's his name, Johnson?
Oh, Johnson, yeah.
He's in Sweden, isn't he? In our school-ish thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
We'd have to have a look into that one.
He's the guy.
He's coming for pizza on Saturday or something.
Oh well, look into it very soon.
Hey.
This Saturday we're going to be eating pizza and sketching at the Hunterian. Starting
I love the Hunterian.
Yeah, it's so good. So yeah, 11 a.m. meet at the Hunterian for sketching, and then if the weather's good, we'll have pizza in the park.
It should be okay on Saturday, I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I think because today was shite.
If not, we can all go and pile into the pizza place and order 60 pizzas.
Oh, that's a small amount. We could order much more.
We can go and do a dine and dash.
And then the other part of that was Daniel also says, also didn't the secret brush come with Jonas DeRoe's panel thing? Question mark. Now, I was running around too much to understand what was happening that weekend, so I can't.
That's great. That panel thing that Jonas has been talking about. It's really good. It's crazy how programmable Photoshop actually is.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It can be really dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, the way my Photoshop is set out is just there's mainly action buttons.
Like I just don't use any at all.
Well, me neither. Honestly, I would look into the action buttons because it's like I've just got a save button, a new layer button that are always off. They're always there, and it's not. It's just literally just pressing. just press buttons all day. That's all it is.
What? Shift Control N. That's like a power cord, isn't it? That's a new layer and
Yeah.
copy. And it's like it's a difficult one to get, but it's a really good one.
Yeah, that separates the men from the boys. I like.
That's the good shit. Yeah.
I'll make the super copy shortcut. You need to finish for that.
Super copy. That's the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, super copy's the boy.
Lads, I've got to go because it's my bedtime now.
Oh,
John, just leave it and we'll watch you sleep.
All right, yeah, right, yeah.
We're like David Beckham.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's David Beckham.
What a wonderful idea, Alex. More.
I think I've annoyed everybody enough anyway for one night.
Put on a GoPro and go to bed.
All right, lads. See you later.
Yeah. Bye.
I will catch you
See you,
next
John.
time. See you. Bye. Bye. I'll see you.
As always, a pleasure.
Yeah.
See you. See you.
I don't know.
I love John McCoy.
I also have that T-shirt. I love John McCoy.
I need that T-shirt for next workshop. I love John McCoy.
Let's make some.
Yes.
And just to reiterate, you can get John McCoy's haircut at industry workshops.
Oh.
We're going to have a barber set up all weekend.
McCoy haircuts.
Westlife circa 1997. I can't talk. I look like Stephen Gately, to be honest, in drag.
It's all good. You're all beautiful
Hello?
people.
That's really cool, Alex, what you're doing.
Yeah, really impressive.
And these ladies,
Two
Thank you.
girls.
thank you. I want to finish it as a poster to give out at IW.
Oh, sweet.
So you can all put it in the inside of your wardrobe.
Inside.
Wardrobe open.
Yeah. You gotta hide it from. It's like not safe for parents.
Very secret.
Yeah.
Nick asks, says he should get outside and do some more studies, and you should just come with us on Saturday to the Hunterian Museum, eat pizza and sketch there.
It's a really good place.
Super
Super inspiring. The only thing is you can't take any photos, but that means you just got to draw more.
We'll be at the Hunterian at 11 a.m. on Saturday.
It's such a cool place. I love that place.
The old man that works in there as well is jokes. He's so good.
My favorite piece is the guy that had a muscular disease that turned his muscles into bone.
Yeah.
That is so sick. I love that skeleton.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, that's just insane.
And yeah, some of it's so gross.
Yeah, it's, and I also love the baby heads with double rows of teeth.
Yeah.
They're so
Yeah, they
amazing.
look like the like failed Ripley clones from Alien 4.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Kill me.
Yeah. So I was at the Hunterian once, and I was talking to the guy the volunteer guy that runs it. He used to be a surgeon, and I can't remember how we got onto the subject, but started talking about hanging.
Okay.
And he was like, actually, I'll do a talk. So he went round and he rounded up loads of people from the museum and brought them all to the front, and then asked me to come out, and he put a noose around my neck, and then he got all these examples out, and he was showing people what vertebrae should break when you do a long drop, execution hanging. And he's going into all this detail about what would happen to the muscles in my neck and
on your body.
Which veins would rupture and all of this. I was like, cool, man.
You got yourself a best friend.
Yeah. So hopefully he's going to be there on Saturday. I'll get him to do it again.
Alex, did you go to the Tuesday Society place? There's a place in London.
That
Yeah,
rings
there's
a
a place
bell.
in
Yeah, the
London
Last
in
Tuesday Society.
Bethnal Green. Now that place has some really crazy.
Oh, right. Oh, no, I've heard of it. I've not been there, though.
I think he's like
Bought
some
myself
kind of
some,
taxidermist, or what do you call it? Stuffing animals and
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely.
yeah. So he plays around with lots of like skeletons and combines it. It's really strange and weird.
Oh, awesome.
Definitely worth a visit, especially Bjorn if you like that kind of stuff too. Like if you're in London.
I dig it, but it's not like I seek it out.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Pitt Rivers Museum in Oxford? That's really good.
No,
Like,
no.
This rich guy went around the world in the Victorian era just stealing stuff from different cultures, and it's like something from Indiana Jones. There's this huge building full of like tribal masks next to samurai swords, next to trimarans from Tahiti, next to ancient artifacts, next to Japanese, just all random in this huge room, like massive hall. I've never seen anything like it. It's like treasure. It's like Mr. Burns' house or something. You've got to go and check it out one time.
Was that in,
When I worked there.
where was that?
It's in Oxford. It's just up the road from. You can get on the train in London and just get there in an hour.
Mm.
No, really cool. Like bizarre. Shrunken heads, real ones, like without the skull.
Yeah.
Shrunken heads, bought from some guy in Papua New Guinea 200 years ago. This guy went around just nicking stuff. Grecian carving, Assyrian, whatever. Just amazing. Really, really cool place.
Yeah, I went to a private museum close to the Hunterian, which had all sorts of like Egyptian artifacts and things, just standing in the house.
It's fantastic, isn't it? The real
Yeah,
stuff
well,
as
yeah.
well.
What's it called? The Soames Museum. John Soames.
I don't remember the name of it. It was
And it's like a house.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the one. It's really cool.
crazy.
Yeah. There's a bar on Bethnal Green Road, and on I think it's Thursdays or Fridays. There's a guy that goes there and brings loads of like tarantulas and reptiles and all sorts of like weird creatures, and you can hold them and stuff in the bar. Maybe that could be a good place for a sketch meet as well.
Yeah.
I love the
Tarantulas.
the Wallace collection. That's one of my favorite.
That's a good one too.
3 rooms of armor.
Daggers and armors.
Yes.
I must admit, I'm very, very bad for going places and sketching. I always forget to sketch. I'm just looking at stuff. But I do find that if you look at stuff carefully, you can remember it pretty accurately, and you can it come back to you. Like when you're doing a piece of work, you'll start drawing a bit of texture that you saw on a sword or something, onto whatever it is you're drawing. So yeah, I think it's, even if you don't always sketch, it's good to just go and really look at stuff and put it into your brain library for later.
Last time I went sketching was at the Wallace collection, and I went with Jama, and that was good, but also bad because everyone who came in would see his work and they'd be like, "Wow, look at this guy! It's amazing, so good." And I'd be sitting next to Long, and they'd be like, get along to my sketchbook, and be like, "Oh."
Yeah. I just don't have any time for that kind of stuff. I'm focused on getting my work done, so I want to look at it, without any of that interference and static, and just looking at the stuff around me. Run away from everybody else.
Hide.
Yeah, definitely, and look at stuff in your own time, thoughtfully.
Yeah, that's a big thing of having observational skills. It's a thing you have to practice actually.
I think you're right.
Doesn't come naturally, just looking and remembering.
It means you're never bored because everywhere you are, you're looking at stuff around you, going, "It's interesting."
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's a lot of transport.
Many years ago, I had a girlfriend, and she was like, you're always just sitting somewhere looking when we're at the party." So I always told her, like, I'm having fun. I'm not just sitting and looking, staring out in the empty space. I am looking at everyone at the party, and thinking and remembering, and obviously just also talking, but I'm definitely more of the observer. I'll really enjoy looking and remembering at museums rather than sketching and taking photographs.
Right. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say. You said it much more eloquently, but that's what I was driving at. Yeah.
Yeah. There's also proven that if you take photos or notes, it's more easily you forget it more easily because the brain thinks the information is stored, and it doesn't need to store it in the brain. It was an article I read, I think a couple of months ago, regarding just that if you take a photograph, the brain forgets it way faster than if you actually just try to remember it, the scene or event.
I do drawings from my sketchbook when I go traveling. Little page ones as I'm going through.
Yeah, sketchbooks are great.
It's difficult sometimes because you want to make a sketchbook that's full of beautiful drawings, so it becomes like a beautiful thing at the end. But other times you just want to draw a thing quickly from different angles in the most limited, roughest way you can, just so you can figure out how something might fit together and package. And therefore, you always feel a bit precious, I think, about sketchbooks that are just meant to be. And there is a pleasure in making a nice, beautiful sketchbook. Don't get me wrong, but for work, my sketchbooks are just really ugly, horrible mess, just scribbling and lines everywhere, and
yeah. For me, that's the way sketchbooks should be.
And stuff. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to look through my sketchbooks if I was somebody else. I mean, I put them on Facebook just as so I can keep track of everything without losing it. But yeah, I look through it and I think, yeah, this is a lot of just garbage, and you've got to filter out the bits that are useful and take them on to the next phase.
Yeah.
But,
But like I always explain, is my sketchbooks are idea books rather than pretty paintings.
Yeah. I think what put me in mind of that is because Miles's stuff is so beautiful. It's this kind of very like Nadia's drawings, these kind of amazing, very rich tonal drawings, and the books themselves become artifacts. They're like amazing pieces of art in themselves. So there's two different kinds of sketchbook, I guess. And I suppose the more you do, the more your work will tend to look beautiful anyway. I mean, Leonardo da Vinci sketchbooks are pretty awesome. Yeah, two different
But
kinds.
who knows? Maybe he was the guy, the guy that polished the sketchbook.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, he seemed like a very kind of the guy who kind of would do that. You know what I mean? I can see, even though he was a genius, he was also a bit nuts.
He definitely worked on his presentation skills.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I've got my vanity sketchbook and the one that I actually draw in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly. But I think vanity is perhaps the wrong word. It's not vague. It's just making something nice, nice thing to make.
Yeah, but it's also a different skill set you practice when you're doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
My sketchbook is complete mess.
That's the way they should be done.
Yeah, Dan, defo.
Perfect.
I've never had a sketchbook that's been filled completely with nice drawings.
No.
Mine are just complete mess.
That's how
sometimes
I like
you have
my
an idea. Yeah. I think sometimes you have an idea and you can see it real clear, but it'll be disappeared soon. So you've got to get it down. You're like, it's okay. There's kind of blob here and then this thing here, and you're not giving a shit about line weights or anything like that. You're just, there's a kind of shape over here. I don't know, as quickly as you can before it's gone.
Yeah.
So it looks like someone with no eyes drew it. It's just.
So what's everyone's plans for the weekend?
Sketch meet on Saturday.
Of course.
And then, I don't know.
Might go go-karting.
Going to where, sorry?
Might go go-karting. We went last weekend and it was really good, so I really want to go again.
It's good fun.
Oh man, it's like I pretend I'm in a racing car basically. I pretend I'm in like a 1950s cigar racer, like Sterling Moss, just like you got the goggles on and you're covered in oil and you're like going around, you know, the corners in Monaco. Everyone's going mental. Everyone's cheering and stuff. That's what's happening in my brain. In reality, we're just driving around these little carts, but in my brain, it's quite sweet.
You're holding everyone up because you can't get it to go.
Oh man, definitely. I always get the broken one.
You're just sitting there doing car noises.
Sorry, but Brady, you in a car, in a mini cart, makes me think about the tall guy in Simpsons.
It's the largest auto I can afford.
Nick says, I think you guys should all post more loot sketches on your Facebook and stuff. Bjorn, he loves your pencil sketches, man.
Oh, I got many sketchbooks which I haven't scanned. I think my pile of sketchbooks probably reaches my nipples at this point.
Ooh, nipple touch.
Oh.
So, well over a meter of sketchbooks.
So the new rule is not 10,000 hours, but get your sketchbooks, touch your nibbles.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's easy. You just buy a bunch.
Yeah, you just need to make some money.
Pro.
Oh, I got a big pile of them. I just don't have time to scan. They're
Too
all
many.
just collecting dust. But thank you, Nick. I think I gotta finish for today. It just feels like I'm repainting the same area over and over again.
That's kind of long.
Yeah, but I've got people shouting at me down email to do some stuff, so
Yeah.
I have to do the same.
We had an early night this time.
You know, let's
No.
do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Thanks for the wonderful conversation.
Thanks, guys.
It's been
Always a pleasure.
beautiful.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, sweet.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday, yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye.
It is.
See you guys.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye. I don't know if is it back on there?
Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you soon.